in the church basement that she didn't like. You know that music sometimes has its preferences, and people say, I don't like this kind or I don't like that kind. And she was hearing some music she didn't like, and she went to her pastor and she said, Pastor, the young people downstairs are playing such awful music that I'm sure it makes Jesus roll over in his grave. You did get that, didn't you? Jesus was raised from the dead, seated above all principalities and all powers. And what did he say just before he died? Now is the judgment of this world. Now shall the prince of this world be cast out, winning an incredible victory against the devil. There was an artist who painted a picture of Satan and a young man having a game of chess. And evidently the artist believed that evil was going to triumph over good, so he painted the pieces in such a way that the devil had just moved his queen and announced checkmate in 4 moves. The young man's face was ashen and pale because the agreement was that if he could not win over the devil, he would have to become the devil's slave. And I'm told that that picture hung in art galleries, and chess players from all over the world came and looked at it and agreed that the devil had won. But there was one man by the name of Paul Morphy of Louisiana who went and looked at that picture, and he stood there and he stared 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and he began in his mind to make various moves, and suddenly he shouted, "Young man, there's a move you can make. There's a move you can make." They overlooked the fact that there was a move he could make. It wasn't checkmate. You look at Jesus Christ on Good Friday, how weak he seems to be and undistinguished. But you look at him on Easter Sunday and you realize there was a move he made. No checkmate for Jesus. The devil was checkmated, and how fearful he was. Now what I'd like to do, I've given you 3 examples of how, no matter how awesome Satan's power, all that he could do is to nip Christ's heel. And it was Jesus that gave him the awesome blow to the head. He tried to destroy a race, he tried to destroy a nation, he tried to destroy a man, and he couldn't do it. Let me give you now 3 brief conclusions. First, you realize, of course, that there are only 2 kingdoms in this battle. Only 2. The Apostle Paul says that it is the Lord who translated us out of the kingdom of darkness into the kingdom of his dear Son. There is the kingdom of Satan with all of his antagonisms and rebellion against God, and then there is the kingdom of light with its righteousness, with its love and worship and praise and adoration of God. And you and I are in one kingdom or another. There is no such thing as neutrality. Please understand that. Either you are a member of God's kingdom or you are a member of Satan's kingdom. You say, well, I don't feel, though, that I'm in a battle. I'm just coasting along in life. Well, you've been anesthetized.
Well, this is Pastor Lutzer, and I hope that as you are listening today, that you are one with your ears open to truth, a desire to serve the Lord Jesus Christ and to hear his voice, so that you might not be deceived. Yes, it is true, there is the kingdom of darkness and there is the kingdom of light. And today, as I speak to you, you are in one kingdom or the other. And at the end of the day, we know that the kingdom of light wins over the kingdom of darkness. Just like you can take a flashlight into a room, and no matter how dark it is, the light will always win. In that, we can take confidence. Well, my message raised another question that might be in your mind. In light of the fact that God allows Satan so many victories, how strong is the devil anyway? I love to ask that question because I also love to answer it. And here's the answer. The devil is as strong as God allows him to be, and not one whit more. So as you fight the devil today, and the Bible tells us that we should put on the armor of God, as you and I fight the devil today, let's do so from the standpoint of strength. let's understand that moment by moment the devil must be subject to God and to his will. Now, of course, God does give the devil much latitude, but that is only in anticipation of a final judgment that in the end will be so much worse. Well, I hope that you keep listening to these sermons. Of course, they are entitled, What is God Up To? And at the end of this broadcast, you'll be given information as to how you can receive this set of messages that I hope you will keep for yourself, but also, after you've listened to them again, share them with your friends. I'm here today to offer you hope, encouragement, and I trust a means by which your faith can be built to the glory of God.
Thank you, Dr. Lutzer. Next time on Running to Win, Erwin Lutzer concludes God at War, part of his current series on What is God Up To? Beginning Wednesday, we'll see why Christ's death was no defeat, as Dr. Lutzer brings a message on Dying a Winner. Running to Win comes to you from the Moody Church in Chicago. We believe this 8-part series will help you understand God's overall plan for the human race. What is God Up To can be yours on CD as our thank you when you give a gift of any amount to support Running to Win. For details, call 1-800-215-5001. That's 1-800-215-5001. On the Internet, go to offerrtw.com. That's offerrtw, all one word, .com. Or write to Running to Win, Box 11174, Chicago, Illinois, 60611. This is Dave McAllister. Join us tomorrow for the Tuesday edition of Running to Win.